All right, YouTube, we're back with another one. We're watching the FaZe Boys 9-to-5 workers versus streamers debate. Which is harder? All right, I already know which side the FaZe Boys is on, but I know it's strictly for video purposes. They got to be on the streamer side. And based off of this, we got grandmas, we got moms. I'm going to say that's somebody's son. He look pretty young. But, like, I want to see what the FaZe Boys say against these 9-to-5 workers. I know they're going to be heated. Just off of this alone, this picture right here, I already know it's going to start out screaming, bro.
Disrespect your mom like that,
she
dude.
is right now.
Like,
How are you gonna disrespect your mom like that,
she
dude?
is right now.
You're gonna disrespect your mom and say that your work is harder? That is so rude.
She tells me these things.
Listen, so your whole
So
thing,
it's dangerous.
Listen,
Your job is
chill.
you would have to actually have to go to work.
Went to school, and still.
And paid rent?
Yes, I still worked.
That's your choice.
You're hungover.
You guys are playing video games. I play video games on my spare time.
I don't even enjoy streaming anymore.
I need to shave. I'm gonna look like you. Okay, bro. I need to shave too, though. Special guests to wait. Special things to what? What I miss? Special things to Jubilee for. Anyways, and we got all these people here.
What's up? How's it going?
All right, let's see what's happening.
Different day.
Okay. All right. So my argument here is that
ASC has cultivated a substantial multi-platform audience with nearly 1.5 million Twitch followers, over 1 million on Instagram, around 2.3 on Twitch, TikTok, and approximately 217K on Etsy. Join FaZe saying, "Hey, we showing the butt for free." In May 2024, quickly gaining notoriety through Fortnite and IRL streams. Tight. All right, let's get into it. It's been long since I shaved. It's been like 2 weeks since I've shaved. Why is your butt in the camera for free, like?
streaming and social media creation is harder than a 9-to-5.
Facts.
Nah, it's not facts, bro. 9-to-5 is way harder, homie.
Why do you say that?
Because you gotta get up every motherfucking day, go to the motherfucking bullshit job, and slave for fucking pennies.
See, that's the thing is you're right. You get up every day, you go through the motions. You don't have to get a good night's sleep. You don't have to be focused. You don't have to be locked in. You wake up, you go, you flip some patties, maybe sign a few envelopes, answer a few phone calls. With streaming and social media creation, you have to be on your game 24/7. It's like a switch that never
when you're
turns
a mail
off.
carrier, I'm a mail carrier, and I'm gonna tell you something, man. I get treated like shit every motherfucking day.
We
I'm
have to
still
deal with
slaving
thousands,
every day.
tens of thousands of
Bullshit.
people critiquing every little thing we do, every
Man,
decision we
he's
make,
spitting.
every thought we
You
have.
guys got it made, man. I wish I had it made like y'all.
We don't have to sign a few envelopes and put them in a mailbox.
Man.
We have to,
Gravy, bro.
what's the next trend?
Because
What's the next
shit I
idea?
go through every
Oh my
day.
God, I have to stream today.
And I got dogs that want to bite my ass
And
every
you have
day.
lunch breaks. You have lunch breaks. We don't have breaks. We're on 24/7.
No, he is
You
spitting.
got high energy 24/7.
I can be
You
at
do the
home
fake
like you,
24/7.
get back and get paid
I don't
big
even.
money.
We're not even at home. We're walking around. We're
Man,
walking
I
around
wanna
doing
do
things,
all of
going
that
to
because
parties, doing
the
all this
shit
stuff.
I got to slave just for not even 100,000 a year. I got to work double overtime. Bullshit.
Okay, what about this? You're guaranteed to get paid. You have a
No, I'm not.
steady rate.
If I don't work, I don't get paid. It's simple as that.
Yeah, but you have a guaranteed pay.
Guaranteed pay if you
No,
work.
I
That's
don't.
your decision if you don't want
I
to work.
got to work at the job for
If
years.
I don't go live, I don't
Just
get paid
to
either.
collect.
You don't got to deal with people spamming L's.
Yes, people in the chat spamming L's. Oh, this is good. We don't like this. You have to create content.
I guess reading L's is gonna change your day,
High
bro.
energy. Oh, hey guys, how's it going? You guys like this stream?
That's me 24/7. I'd rather do that.
So why don't you become a streamer?
Man, that's what I want to do. F that. F this 9-to-5 shit.
If streaming is so easy, how come every single person in this seat is not a streamer?
People are lazy. They want to put in the work.
That's their
Oh,
fault.
he's spitting.
I get called fat all the time.
Oh, so what? I get called fat and chubby. All my homeboys call me chubby, fat,
Well,
whatever.
That's your homeboys, though. I'm gonna keep it a buck. That's a
Yeah.
homeboy.
Yeah, and you right, homeboy, you right. But check this out. My nigga, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to go out there and get that bag.
I think she's got something she wants to say.
Oh my gosh, wait, we're seeing flags.
Unfortunately, these flags are actually useless. We decided to use a timer instead because we suck at explaining things.
It's valid.
So you raised your flag. Is there a reason?
That's chef.
because
Okay.
I was actually a cook for 15 years. So that means for 15 years, I had to get up practically every day, get dressed, go to work.
Lord, get down.
I had to deal with not only adults, but I also had to deal with children.
We deal with children every day, too.
We deal with tens of thousands of
No,
children.
literally
The
every day.
Lacey
Every
Thugs
day.
are, do you not know who the Lacey Thugs are?
I can't go out in public without 10 kids coming up asking for a picture. Do you know how hard that is in a life?
Isn't that
That is
special?
difficult.
How long do you think this is going to last?
Forever.
Forever.
You think this
hopefully.
is going to last forever?
I hope so. You just proved my point for me. I don't have that security that's going to last forever. Having a
9 to 5 is more secure than streaming because it offers steady income benefits and legal protections, while streaming is unpredictable, highly competitive, and income depends on viewer support and algorithms. Low key, whoever put these little captions in doing they thing. They making streaming sound harder than a 9 to 5. Low key, I see what you're doing. I like it though. I like the wordplay and shit.
You have that security of, oh, I have a job, I have a degree, I have this. This could end for me tomorrow.
Hypothetically, if you
I mean, if a white streamer say the N word, his job is gone. Okay, bro.
I know what he'll do.
You got it, bro.
No, I'm asking
Trigger
him.
warning.
I'm asking him.
Trigger warning.
If you lost completely all your YouTubers, you had nothing. No one watched you anymore. I didn't even watch you anymore. What would you have to do? You would have to actually go to work.
Nah, they're so stupid, bro.
That's a slur. If I did lose all my followers, I would probably buy a couple houses and start my real estate empire.
Okay, so then you would have to actually go to work. You would actually have to go to the office.
And I would think that would be a much easier job than streaming.
You gotta go into your setup though and sit in front of studio lights and read the chat and be interactive.
But no, he lost everybody. He lost everybody. He has no followers whatsoever. He would have to turn around.
So a normal person.
You would have to turn around.
You're proving my point.
He has to work hard to get
this is harder
followers.
because I could lose it all tomorrow.
Yeah, but you could lose it tomorrow.
If let's say you're a cook, right? Let's say you got fired. You have hundreds of people lined up. You can go cook over here, cook over there.
You could be a private chef.
You could be a private chef. Exactly. I don't have that security.
I was a cook in the school system. I cooked all frozen food.
But you still cook.
You still cook. You go cook for
So
another
is that
school.
considered a
I
chef?
think I saw a flag right
Is that
here.
really considered a chef?
I see red flags.
I'm gonna have to backlight. Yo, Lacey, it's the truth.
I think something you guys aren't taking into account. Say we get a brand deal, I gotta post on an Instagram story. I gotta go find the 4 Loco cans. I gotta make sure I get the 4 Loco can. And
Not to mention,
You have to do work.
it ruins our Twitter impressions too.
I gotta tag them.
And then that goes into falling off.
My name is
Hey, bro,
Ron.
this
I'm
thing
a
is stupid,
registered
though.
nurse from the South.
Okay, RNW.
35 years.
Alright. She might be the only one so far who's came on here and actually, I'll admit, her job is hard. Nursing is hard, bro. I would say RL is almost as hard as a 9 to 5. I ain't gonna lie, IRL streaming probably is. It's okay, bro. Yo, we're watching the video. Fuck off.
I decided to go to nursing school because I wanted to be a creative. I thought I loved fashion, I loved acting, I loved
Come
singing.
here, baby girl.
But
Come
in the
here.
South, whole lot of racism.
baby.
Back in the 60s
What's
and
up?
the 50s, people didn't
Why
give
you
a
sad?
rat's ass if you created
okay?
something, and they wouldn't support your
You
business.
wanted me to pick you up and now you're
So,
leaving?
Yes, a 9 to 5
I hate
is
having a
much
cat.
harder. I had to work 7 to 3, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. I had to support my daughter.
Rhonda,
You get
Rhonda,
spoiled.
can I ask you a question?
Nope.
Have you ever
You
done it?
get spoiled. No. You get spoiled that your
Rhonda,
mama and
Rhonda,
daddy keep
Rhonda,
giving
we all
it to you.
struggle growing up.
I got a question.
We all struggle growing up, not chasing
Rhonda,
stupid.
have you ever done a subathon?
What's a subathon?
30 days straight.
24.
Hold on, let's read this. A Twitch subathon is a live streaming event on Twitch where the streamer's broadcast time is extended based on the number of subscriptions they receive. Essentially, every time a viewer subscribes, the streamer's timer increases, create a marathon stream that can last for hours or even days.
Hours
gonna
a
say something
day.
Day and night.
We all streamed for.
That ain't even healthy.
You're talking about
That ain't even
working 7 to
healthy.
3. You have 2 30-minute breaks throughout that. You get to go home afterwards, see your family, relax. We were on camera 30 days straight, no personal.
What
If you know how
day
hard
were
it
you
is
a registered
to
nurse?
have.
When did you get a break? You clean boo-boo?
When have you ran a 3-minute ad? When have
clean
you ever ran a
you
3-minute ad?
pass trays, you short-handed.
Talk about the fake relationships that you have.
Oh my God.
Now
It's fake
think
on
about
social
this.
media.
Think about this. Imagine
Sure.
every little person. We call them parasocials. They judge your
Parasocials.
relationships. You can't go out to dinner or have a girl take a picture in your car without them finding out and judging you.
got caught with
based
my
on it.
ex
I
in
got caught with
public.
my ex, and I got treated like I was a pedophile for it.
But mental health. When you stop caring about what people think and what they say about you, do
Alright, bro, they should have brought younger people in. Because why we got the older generation talking about some damn mental health, bro?
you. Do you. And that's a big problem with younger people. You care about what
See?
people think.
See?
Social media, what they say about you.
They don't understand.
Our job.
You said you're a nurse, right?
35 years.
What do you think's harder? 24-hour open surgery, like when you're helping with, the doctor, et cetera, or a 24-hour stream?
24-hour open surgery.
Oh,
You
brother.
short-handed. The
All right, bro,
Saving thousands, you're
all right.
saving one.
It's no way. It's actually no way he just said this. Are we dead ass? Why is this lady talking? All right, finally somebody our age. Like, look how he's dressed. All right, let's see what
You
this
said
is.
30-day subathon, right?
Yep.
My argument is that you guys, none of you guys actually did any of the work during that, and it was all your filmers, your
he part of the
editors,
FaCe team?
your producers. All these people back here are the ones doing the work. You guys just show up and have fun.
They didn't do anything.
It's a group project.
That nigga spit it. That nigga
No,
spit
no,
it.
because here's the thing.
That's bad takes.
That's bad takes. That's bad takes. That's bad takes.
They wouldn't have any work if it wasn't for us, though.
Hold up now. It's getting hot in this bitch.
I would even go as far to say as every person in this room, we keep them employed as well. Because here's the thing, we get sponsors from these companies that have 9-to-5s, right? These companies, hold on. These companies are not viable without influencers to push the brand and keep them in business.
Have you ever worked a real job?
Low key, a little bit.
So
A
how
little
would
bit.
you
He,
know?
I have.
he said
What
no.
was your real job?
I worked 8 months. I worked a double. I worked Walmart and Panera at the same time for a
Why
year.
is he laughing, bro?
Why are
That's
they
making me
laughing?
mad. I actually feel like they're wrong.
Wait, okay. Round 2 runs. Ronaldo's streams are highly energetic and entertaining, often featuring Fortnite gameplay, funny reactions, and interactive moments with fans. Known for his humor and loud personality, he keeps his audience engaged with constant commentary, viral clips on Twitch, boasts about 3.9, averages 23K per stream. God damn. Bro worked 2 jobs at the same time for a year. It's looking crazy. That's what I'm saying, bro. And they were just laughing at him, though. Like, working just 1 job is already enough, but 2? Come on, bro. That's dedication. Thought stage 2 was wrong.
I'm Chris.
All right, Chris.
Why do you think a 9-to-5 job is not harder than what you do?
Well, you're guaranteed to pay.
Guaranteed to pay.
That's not a
Yeah.
good argument.
And that makes
That's not a
it
good
hard,
argument.
harder.
Yeah. No, it makes it easier for you
Makes
guys.
it easier
Yeah.
because we have a guaranteed pay.
100%. You have
Makes
security.
it easier
Talk about
for
raises.
Makes it easier for 9-to-5 people to have a job because their pay is
Yeah,
guaranteed.
when you go to work every day,
So
everyone's
you're
like,
basing the ease of a job just on somebody getting paid regularly? Is that what you...
well, let's just say
that's
that
just it,
comes to
yeah,
perspective.
yeah.
If you say someone who
Terrible
works
argument.
food, if you're someone who works a doctor, it's obviously different. But if you're talking abroad, 9 to 5, someone who doesn't need a degree, yeah, it's way easier than being a streamer.
How so?
I like that. And then
Well,
he
it's
would go
because
home
you're
and troll
guaranteed, and you don't need any crazy knowledge. You don't need to go to school for most jobs, like certain things, like a 9 to 5. If you wanted to go work at Foot Locker, I could go to Foot Locker, apply, and then next thing you know, I'm selling shoes for pay every single hour.
So according to you, a job
It went from a bad argument to that nigga spitting.
is easier or harder based on the guaranteed pay. That's one
A 9 to-
aspect.
He just
of it.
explained
Working
fully.
at
What do you not
Foot
get?
Locker, working at a job like Panera or whatever Lacey is easier than a streamer. Yes, because a streamer you have
Why
to
you
come up
start
with
laughing at him?
ideas. You have to stay relevant. There
Oh,
was
we're talking about ideas now. Okay,
Yeah,
we're
what do you-
talking about pay.
Okay, so what do you
So
want to
that's
start with
one
though?
way that
But it
it's
doesn't
easier.
make. But
Well,
you're not
you
even.
started with
You're not
pay.
even. You keep switching it. So why
I'm
don't you
not
answer my
switching
question?
He's changing the
anything.
You
goalposts, bro.
100% are.
Yeah.
So
Changing
how
the
is it harder
goalpost.
if you're guaranteed to pay? I worked for 4 years of streaming. I didn't make $1.
Well, what's your definition of hard? That's the thing. It's like
See that right there? That's the one. Hey, I like Ron's argument so far, bro. You don't get paid like that for when you first start. It's when you get bigger and people start being, oh, he has life easier. You don't know what he did? Like Kai. He did 4 years. He just said he did 4 years. You don't know how long, what, Asian did like 8? Like, come on, bro. You don't see all those unnoticeable years and where they are now? This is, oh.
what
So-
is
I ain't gonna lie, he is losing me though, bro.
It's
The
like
9 to 5 dude is
creativity.
pissing me off.
You need
Like,
to get out of your circle, comfort
Sure.
zone.
Yeah.
You need to be able to actually make people believe what you believe in the sense of like, oh, this is good content. Do you watch any TV shows?
I watch YouTube.
Okay, you watch
so
YouTube.
much YouTube.
So it's the same thing. So the people that
Absolutely,
you're
yeah.
entertained
he's about to piss me off, bro. Take him off
by
the
are
stage.
like us, just for a different audience.
That's true, but you're talking about entertainment as a job. We could talk about entertainment.
This is entertainment,
as a job.
but this
yeah,
is entertainment.
Entertainment
But my
as a
question
job
to
doesn't
you
have
is
any
why?
guarantees. Absolutely.
So do you truthfully? You can sit here and
He's
think that
balding because he's
working at,
losing his
Foot Locker or
mind.
something like that, because that's the best
Sure.
example.
Yeah, yeah.
Is harder than a streamer.
It depends on what you are saying the word hard means to you. Because
In the
there's
sense of
hard
everyday
physically,
activity, 'cause
there's
some
hard-
See, so his argument isn't even take him off the stage, bro. His argument isn't even making sense for either side. He's saying this based off what you say, what is hard to you. You can say that about anything. Gaining weight is hard. Losing weight is hard. Working out is hard. Feeling sick is hard. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Take him off the stage, bro.
people around here said, oh, I got to wake up at 7 a.m., 8 a.m. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, we have to do the same thing.
Sure.
Some people do that.
And you deal with yourself.
No, we deal with millions
When
of people.
you're creating that content and you have your phone,
Okay.
you're
Yeah,
dealing
it's
with
catches
you
one,
and
brother.
yourself
He's
in that
losing it,
phone.
bro.
Okay, so what happens?
You're not dealing with
Not true.
coworkers and you're not
That's not
dealing
true at
with-
all. I have an
Okay.
editor that I pay who relies on me. If I stop doing
Which
any
is
type
later.
of content, he loses
So
a
when
job.
you go to your job, when you go to work, rather than punching a card, you pick up your phone or you turn on a camera.
Okay, so when you punch the card, let's say, who's above you? Your boss, right? What happens if he just takes the business and he says, oh, we're not doing it anymore? You lose your job.
If the work is picking up a phone or turning on a camera as opposed to going in with a bunch of people and having to multitask tasks you have to do throughout your shift and deal with your
Tasks you gotta do
coworkers
throughout
and
the stream.
interpersonal thing. Tell me how much you do of that stuff while you are actually doing your job for however many number
Okay,
of hours
perfectly.
that you are talking and typing and shitting and eating and all that stuff that everybody's watching you do.
Go ahead.
No, but there's actually a mental aspect.
I understand that, yeah.
No. Let me hear me out.
Go ahead.
What about the thousands of people watching, dealing with you on your phone when you're streaming? Bro, when you're streaming, if I sat on my phone while I'm streaming, if I'm just doing this, nobody's watching me. Like, nobody's watching you if you're on your phone streaming, bro. You have to physically look at a camera, entertain the camera, or you have to be doing something like playing a game or something, which is still focusing and then talking. So take him off the stage, bro. He just pissing me off.
Camaraderie. Like you have like a group of people, like friendships, relationships, which is the
Hold
most
up, bro. Let's backtrack. The lady in the back has been lost this whole time, bro. Hold on. Let me go back to her. Right here. Look right here. You see my cursor? Look right here.
camaraderie. Like you have like a
Her right there. She's made this same face the whole time, bro.
group of people, like friendships, relationships, which is the most important thing in life. So do you build that with your coworkers and stuff like that?
Sorry, bye. See you later.
Seeing a lot of flags.
Yeah, kick his ass off the stage, bro. He was terrible.
What's your name?
So I'm Angelina, and I work as an executive assistant.
You're right. You're right. She's right. Hang on. She's right. She's right. I'm not gonna lie. She's right.
All right, so you guys were talking about the mental aspect, and I thought that was really interesting because as someone who works a 9 to 5, technically it's a 10 to 6, but I still have to clock in a certain amount of time. I come home, I'm too tired to cook. Fortunately, I have a beautiful girlfriend that does all of that stuff for me when I get home, but if I didn't, I would have to...
No. Don't turn this on me, bro. Don't turn this on me. Look at Suki's face, bro. Look at his face. Look right here.
Does all of that stuff
Look at
for me.
No, bro.
When I get home, but if I didn't, I would have to cook for myself and get to bed in time and wake up in time to commute back to my job. You guys talk about how it's hard because there's a mental aspect, and I understand as someone who's been on social media a lot that you get
How long have you
berated.
been on social media? Just to get broad.
So I actually did content creation starting at the age of 14. When I moved to LA, I gained like 10,000 followers off the bat, and I was very young, and I started working with different brands.
Okay.
I totally understand the mental aspect. It's just that you guys can afford to say, hey, I'm gonna go wherever for 2 weeks, and that can be content, that can be your job. And
So she's proving the point that streaming is hard because she didn't get to their point.
you actually get to relax and travel the world and have other opportunities.
You're just saying a lot of points.
There's no relaxation.
Just so I can answer a couple.
Mm-hmm.
So you were saying like to go back to the beginning. You were saying like you can manage like your time with like relationship. Was that correct? Like you have your girlfriend when you go home. Like
I fortunately have a support system, but I every day like ask myself how I would have been able to do it without.
Example. So you said 14 you started. I started at 16. For about 3 years, I was making money, and it slowly went super up, and then all of a sudden it went down. Right?
Yeah.
I lost everything, fell off completely. About to myself. It's a real story. This is a real story. This isn't a joke. Why are you smiling?
We've all been there. Every 9 to 5 worker has been there.
So
That's
going
why.
back to what you said, how you have a support system.
Hold on, run that back.
This is a real story. This isn't a joke. Why are you smiling?
We've all been there. Every 9-to-5 worker has been there.
So
That's
going
why.
back to what you said, how you have a support system. I moved across the country from my parents at the age of 19, lived alone in an apartment, was paying a certain amount of money every single month, and I was losing money. I wasn't making enough money to pay my, like I had money in my bank for my rent, but I wasn't making more than my rent.
Yeah.
So I was losing.
You were in the red every month.
I was in the
I
red
got
every
you.
single month. Girlfriend broke up with me at the time, so alone
whammy.
across the country.
Double whammy.
So it's like when you're alone too and everything's going down, where's my support system?
Why she just laughing, bro?
So I have a question. You said that for the first 4 years you started streaming, you had no income. How are you able?
I feel like the hardest part of streaming is being entertained and being in the jobs at the same time when it comes to burnout over time. I definitely think the hardest thing when it comes to streaming is just when like you said, the mental aspect. Other than that, streaming is really easy, to being honest. Like I feel like I can stream all day. It's only when like you're having a bad day in the head that streaming's hard. That's my honest
Able to
opinion.
survive.
I lived with my mom. I was 16.
Cause being entertaining is easy, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like y'all niggas fuck with me and Reggie, and like this is dead ass shit how we act. So it's easy, bro. Mental is definitely just the hardest part. Like some days I'll be like, damn, I don't want to stream, and then I get on here and I'll be like, damn. I'm just like, that's when I'm quiet and shit.
So that to a certain extent is privilege.
That's privilege?
It is.
But my mom.
It's privileged to live with your parent at 16. Hello?
You able to survive.
Common sense.
I'm almost 16.
So that to a certain extent is
Hello?
privilege.
That's privilege?
It is.
But my mom, how's that privilege?
It's privilege because you have the support system to have a place to live.
Well, at 15, 16, I would hope I have parents that would live.
Like,
Yeah,
what?
but a lot of
Hello?
people don't, and they have to
What is
take
that?
9
That's
to
a whole different
5s.
discussion. So a lot of people don't have houses.
A lot of
when they
people
working
don't
9 to
have
5s?
families that support them or accept
But that's a
them.
whole different conversation. What does that have to do with the 9 to 5?
Because they still need to survive. So the fact that you were given
So how did
So, okay. At 15 or 16, I was supposed to be working my 9 to 5. I was supposed to have a struggling family. I was supposed to have no support system. And I was supposed to figure out how I was going to eat every day and night. And if I lived with my family and they had supported me and everything, I was privileged. Maybe I'm missing something because your child should live with you until you're 18. Am I right? When you have a kid, you know what you signed up for. You know what you brought into the world. But I guess living with your parents at 16 is still a privilege.
Did you move to LA?
I moved across the country as well with my mom when I was 15 years old.
People, bro, these people, bro, they're pissing me off. Why are we saying something and then completely backtracking on what we said? We're being hypocrites, bro. We're being hypocrites. You're pretty much living with your family. That's what I'm saying. Like, what are we talking about, bro?
Do you not think that's privileged?
He moved across country by himself. She moved with her mom. What are we?
I mean, we moved into a 1-bedroom in Santa Monica and shared a trundle bed, so.
Okay, well,
Is that not a house? Is that not somewhere with a roof over your head? You just said like you grew up homeless. Like, what are we talking about, bro?
I was reselling shoes to afford my mom's mortgage and everything.
I get it. I've definitely helped my family out in times where I was able to, but I also had to have my family support me
She
in
not
order
living by
for
herself,
me
not
to
paying
have
rent. That's what
certain
I'm saying.
opportunities to make
Like,
money
I thought she
in the
was finna
first
say like
place.
she was just
So
out by
if you
herself.
didn't have
the whole
content
time.
creation, what would you be doing?
It's a great question. I don't know because I didn't set my goals that way. I set up my life to that. I know I would do what I want to do. If we all got paid the same every single month, let's say just in simple terms, we all got paid $100,000 a month, a crazy amount of money. Would you guys still, truthfully, I'm asking a serious question, would you guys say that all of our jobs are harder than each other, truthfully?
Yeah, if she was a
What
nurse,
the
she had
fuck?
to
Shut up, bro. Shut up. No.
go to medical school for years.
Oh my god.
Yeah, if she was a nurse, she had to go to medical school for years just.
Hey, we clearly know who doesn't know how school works because nurses go to school for 4 years of regular college. It's called nursing school, not medical school. It's almost the same, but it's not. Let's slow down there first. Medical school is after your 4 years. Let's get that right first. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of accelerated programs you can take from nursing and get into. We got a lot of yappers because realistically, like you said, if we all made $100,000 a month, nobody would complain about whose job is harder. On God. On everybody's life, we know this. and she knows she signed up for it. Literally, you know what you signed up for when you sign up for it. Don't be a dumbass and sign up for something you don't know nothing about.
To be able to have her
But
foot
she
in the
knew
door.
that she was getting security because she was going to be a nurse, correct?
Not secure.
How is it not secure if you knew what you were going to do?
Nothing secure.
Nothing's secure. You just proved my point. But you just proved my point.
No job is secure, but content creation gives you the ability to have those savings.
But
to have
Bro. I'm not on nobody's side here, but like, as a content creator, your job is reliant on people paying you. A 9 to 5 is guaranteed that dollar amount from that company unless that company goes bankrupt. And then even then, it's still kind of secure because they're gonna have to back pay you through the government. So, what are you talking about? And nursing is the most secure job in the world. Or no, I'll take that statement back. Nursing is by far the most secure thing now, or anything healthcare related. It might be hard to find the job, but it's the most secured at the moment. And that's facts. And it's because we're underwhelmed with how many we need.
have an audience. And
Don't sign
even
up for
if
something
you
and
do
complain
lose
about
all
it
your
as signal. That's what I'm saying. Like,
one
what?
day,
Yeah.
even if
Let's
you
say I
lose,
lost it all tomorrow.
you still have
It's not secure.
visuals of your previous viral
But that's-
videos. Even if people are hating on you and
that's not
shitting on you,
necessarily-
that's still adding to what goes into your pocket.
This is literally Dr.
What is she saying, bro? No hated nigga is paying them money, bro. Maybe watching a little ad revenue for literal pennies, like the dude said early.
Guys who do one surgery and make hundreds of $1,000s.
Because they were trained for decades and they had to go to
So
school.
are we.
You went to school to be a content creator?
Streamer University.
He's stupid. Someone's done 5 stream. I'll say streaming is hard in my case. I genuinely think streaming is harder when you're a small streamer. When you get a little bit bigger, like their size, I'll agree it's easier. But it's still like their mental aspect is way harder than ours. Ours is like our hard is getting to where they're at. All right. Anyways, we're not even halfway through the video, bro. We're just yapping. All right. Round 3. Adapt is a top tier variety and IRL streamer averaging around 12K. Well, 13K viewers per stream on Twitch with 930,000 and peaking as high as 45,000 current viewers. Adapt is a key figure in FaZe clan. He helped shape FaZe brand from his original stage to now. Type shit. Hardest part is staying where they're at in mental. No, literally. All right, dude with the suit. Come on, bro. Please bring some heat, bro. Because everybody else they say something and then they go backtrack on their statement. Come on, bro. Let me hear something.
How you doing, bro? Good. How you doing?
Let's cook up.
Gabe.
College professor. Okay.
Good. So first of all, I want to say
Okay,
I
he's
do respect
educated.
all of you
Okay.
for what you do. I mean,
Tight.
you guys do work, but you do not work as hard as people who have a regular job.
You don't know that.
I mean, that I do know it for sure. It's very clear. People have to
He had me. And then he just shit talked.
wake up and do their routine over and over again. It's not a daily thing, it's a weekly thing, it's a monthly thing, it's a yearly thing, it's a life thing. And if they screw up, they lose their jobs. And they always have to be careful because if they do something weird, they say something weird to their coworker or their boss, they're gonna lose their job. If you lose some followers because of something you say, you'll get other followers. And you have a large following enough where there's enough of a range of perspectives that
No, I
if you
need
have a
that.
large following
No, say that
because of
again. Say
something
that
you
one more
say,
time.
you'll get other followers, and you have a large following enough where
Reggie?
there's enough of a range of perspectives that people will always be on board for you as long as you're producing content. People who screw up at their jobs and lose their jobs, and maybe there's a recession.
See, the
there's
people who
not a
lose
lot
their
of
job
job
talking to
capacity.
their other employees and stuff, like our coworkers, are normally just straight up weirdos. That we're being honest, bro. Like, let's be real. You're not losing your job saying something crazy to a coworker unless it's something out of pocket. Let's be real, bro. Let's be real. But hold on, I'm gonna go turn my AC on real quick because this is a heated debate. Look at both the cats. Y'all just chilling, staring out, looking at the window, just enjoying life. Sabrina look like she half asleep. I'm trying to get like y'all. I was saying that's where the 9 to 5, just a rinse and repeat thing for streaming. You have to change your content to keep getting more views. Yeah, I think Jason said that earlier, where you got to keep adapting. That's literally facts, bro. Streaming, you keep adapting. Bro, it was some days I went to work and I knew what I had to do. Just literally rinse and repeat. Simple. You know what I'm saying? Streaming, you gotta always do something different. If you're not doing something different, you're gonna get the same people and nowhere else. Like, bruh, it's a stalemate sometimes. But anyways,
You know, they get potentially homeless or worse.
You ever heard of cancel culture?
What's that? Yeah, of course I've heard of it. But how many people have been
all right,
canceled?
anyways, cancel culture. When someone is called out on social media for something they did, for opinion in the present or past that turns society against them and it goes viral, ruining the person's career or online popularity.
Came back. I mean, it happens all the time. Your boss is not going
You
to
got
be
a point.
loyal to
You
you
got
if
a
you don't
point.
get that thing in on time 5 times.
Okay, but check
and
it
you're
out.
done.
Okay, so listen,
You got a
but to
point.
be able to get
Shit, I'm the
that
same thing.
loyal
That's what I'm saying,
following
bro.
of people that do follow you,
Yes.
you need to build that over years
Okay.
and years and years
Okay.
and hours of
Okay.
trust
All right.
and
Facts.
communication
Sacrifice.
and intimate relationships
And
with
Jason
your
just
audience.
ad-libbed,
That's
bro.
not something that's just given to you.
Look, the
you
things-
don't just fall into 1 million subscribers, 2
Of
million
course
subscribers,
not.
3 million
Of course
subscribers.
not. It takes work for sure. But like, what you guys are
See, I like
talking
him.
about
He's
in
the first one that's actually been balanced, bro. Thank you. Let's keep it balanced.
terms of like the toll it takes on you, a large part of it, and let me tell you something, I'm a little older than you guys, so a large part of it is just general angst from being young, and you just happen to have a camera in front of you and like talking to people or whatever, but at the same time, like, you're doing exactly what most people are doing, which is dealing with life stuff, and that's normal. Like the mental toll that it takes
Touche.
dealing with
Touche.
people and getting comments and this and that, that's what everybody deals with. But you don't have to wake up at 6 in the morning and get to your job and then be there and like be on the whole time, no matter what. Anyone who has a 9 to 5 has to do that.
I said, what do you do? What
Well,
do
I'm
you
a
do?
college professor, so I have to do that same
So you
sort of.
just gotta come in and teach the same shit for the next 10, 15 years?
You're right.
Come on, bro.
Nah, that's crazy. That's fucking crazy. No, bro, you hear what he
The same
said,
shit for the
bro?
next.
Anyone who has a 9 to 5 has to do that.
No,
What
bro.
do you do?
Well, I'm a
Why
college
just
professor,
disrespect him like that, bro?
I have to do that same
So you
sort of.
just gotta come in and teach the same shit for the next 10, 15 years?
Yes, you're right.
Come on, bro.
We have to-
You already know what you're doing.
We have to produce new shit.
He got it, bro. He spit it though. He spit it though. Like he does teach the same thing. You do become an expert at it, bro. You still does start doing it like that, bro. Like a college professor is these in high school. I feel like that's also debatable. Like high school teachers kind of have to know a lot of subjects at the same time because they teach multiple. But a college professor is definitely a little bit harder, bro. Like you have to actually know what you're talking about. High school you can kind of wing it, but college you need to actually know. College are more mature. No, it's not, bro. Everything in high school happens in college, bro. It's the same thing. It's just some people mature. A lot more people mature as opposed to high school where everybody's just dumb.
Every day.
That's the only
For
difference.
me in particular, to Silky's point, you're a college professor, so you're essentially reteaching the same curriculum to the same students.
That I had to take
what I'm
years
saying?
to learn, but
you know
yes.
what I'm saying? But I started
Valid,
making content when I
valid.
was 12 years old.
Okay.
It started out playing Call of Duty trick shotting. I
You were-
don't think
okay.
anybody in this room could hit a crane shot. I don't know if anyone in this room
I don't know if
So I
that's
had
something
to
to be proud of, but okay.
So I had to do that for 4 years,
Okay.
right? And then I'm like, okay. Then I had to do YouTube for 4 years,
Okay.
right?
All right.
And then I had to do FaZe Clan, build FaZe Clan out, fix FaZe Clan, and then
Okay.
do streaming.
Okay.
So
And
you're
with how many
constantly-
people
It is
helping
also
you?
different.
How many people helping me?
Yeah.
Come on now.
For which stages?
Yeah, all of them. There were a lot. You had a team.
When I was trick
Was
shotting-
it just you? Like,
No.
Okay.
It was just me. There's receipts of this.
It wasn't built on the shoulders of anyone?
No, it was just him.
Receipts on
Just,
YouTube of me.
Okay,
you
well,
always
where
start
did
out by
YouTube
yourself.
come
When I
Hello.
was
How did
13
YouTube become so
when I was
easy?
13
Because
years
a
old.
bunch of people worked their butts off 9 to 5, making it a thing.
That's
and
what
if
you
it
did
didn't
in the
exist,
first
if it didn't exist, you couldn't press
So the
play, you
fact-
couldn't press record,
So the fact that
and
you
then
have
just
a-
talk.
The fact that you have a campus to teach on, then
Yeah.
boom, there you go.
Right, but I
Yeah,
also
I
had
have
to
a
spend
campus to
years
teach.
earning my credentials and mastering.
And I did it.
Come on, guys. Your credentials are playing video games. I play video games on my spare time. Come on, guys.
So you just want to
I'm
get paid
pissed.
to play video games. It's okay. We understand.
Bro, he was doing so good until he got to the last minute, bro. I was rocking with that nigga, bro. Bro, the college professor was right here. He was finna be the best one, and then he just like the last minute, bro. But like, damn, his last statement just fucked up, bro. Oh,
I'm Vicky, and my perspective is coming from a hair and makeup artist, physical job. Doesn't seem like any of you guys can even compete with
Oh,
the physicality.
brother.
You guys this is.
I
this
know
is-
how to do a three-strand braid.
Just sitting on your butt and talking into a microphone
know.
is very different. Very different than having to get up.
All right, bro. Out of everybody who could have said their job was physically hard, a hair and makeup, bro, I can name 12 girls who can do my hair right now and will not say it's hard. I know maybe 17 or maybe even 100 girls that probably can do makeup if I wanted to do that, bro. Like, come
In the
on,
morning,
bro.
carry all of your gear. You've got to carry all of your hair, makeup, all of your supplies. You have to haul it around. Get
What,
up
are we
early
putting
in
it
the
on a
morning.
mule and walking,
You
bro?
have to
Like, what are we
stand on
talking
your
about?
feet all
Bet.
day. You never sit down.
I hear you, I hear you. I built a house.
You're breathing in toxic chemicals
Mm-hmm.
all day.
Somebody who built a house.
All right, can I talk? Can I talk?
Hairspray.
Listen, so
Every
your
girl
whole
is
thing-
I met
Listen,
just
bet,
do
bet,
makeup.
bet,
No,
bet. Your
literally,
job
bro.
isn't-
Your
thing
job
is-
isn't
your thing
physically
is
taxing. You're just talking into a
So
microphone.
bet.
Is she saying her job is dangerous? Hello? Run that back. Run that back. She better not.
Listen.
She better not say her job is dangerous, or we're completely skipping her
All
rebuttal.
right, can I talk? Can I talk?
Hairspray.
Listen, so your whole
So
thing.
it's dangerous.
Listen, bet.
Your
You're just-
job.
Are we dead ass? I can go grab some hairspray right now, and I know what to do and what not to do. What are we talking about dangerous, bro? What are you? Are we a firefighter, bro? Are we running into the
Your
fire?
job isn't physically
is-
taxing.
No.
You're just talking
This is not
into a
dangerous.
microphone.
Listen. So your whole thing. Your whole thing is we can't do what you do, right?
It's not
No,
physical.
but-
I'm saying that
I
a
just-
9 to
y'all let
5
me talk for a
job where
second.
you physically have to do
The dangerous
some
chemical
hauling
shit we do.
around stuff.
So physically,
Like, oh wow,
I physically
Your
can't
hairspray
haul
got in
around
my nose.
bags of like makeup. You physically could never trick shot. You could not hit a crane shot. You can't 1080. You can't
Okay,
hold
that
a
was
controller
that
and make
was
it to an
just
montage. You can't.
that
None of you could.
that was stupid, bro.
None of you could physically
and you have
go
to do that for 12 hours a day.
Yes. Actually,
You're
yes.
taking them 4 days to hit a trick shot. It's taking you 4 days to hit a trick shot.
Actually, yes, I would have
Hours
to
a
do
day.
that.
And then your day is never
Yes, I
done. When you're
would.
done doing that, is your job done? Do you have to go shopping and replace
You don't know.
all
He has
of the
to
things
edit
that
it.
you
He has
use?
to
No,
what's
no.
it called?
You have to
Like,
clean
listen,
all of
Vicky,
your gear.
You don't know about dry streaks. You don't know about hit markers.
But when you're done, you're
You don't know
done.
about if the Elgato wasn't on.
When
Can
you're
you
done, you're
imagine
done.
these
Oh
things?
my God, disable resample.
If I rendered my video in Vegas and I sent the editor the clips without disabling and resample,
Oh my God.
my montage is fucked. Your main underlining argument here is what you do.
He's gotta be
physically
trolling.
Daily, day to day.
Okay. Your
And
main
IRL
thing
stream is more
what
physical
you
than what she
do is
does.
physically more taxing and hard than what
IRL
any
streams
of
are
us
definitely
do.
easy though.
I could say the same thing. You cannot physically trick shot. You could never. I would go as far
Okay,
as
so how
could
many
never.
hours a day do you trick shot?
I don't think.
How many hours a day do you trick shot?
When
How many hours?
When I was trick shotting, it was 12 hours a day. It was however long I needed to. However
Every
long I
day, 12
needed
hours a day
to. However long I
trick-shotting?
needed to hit a clip.
12 hours a day, every day.
5 seconds.
And that clip is.
He carries a Barrett 50 cal and he jumps off of stuff.
I would have to get on Call of Duty, turn my sense all the way up to 1010. I would have to get to last. I would have to pray to God that he would be in the right spot, throw the concussion. Now I gotta have my rotations down. I gotta have my rotations.
Dead zones.
You're
Talk about
taking
dead zones.
serious.
What about dead zone?
Stick drip.
Stick drip.
Thing is, for the most part, but that is not all YouTubers that are doing something physical. A lot of it is just talking.
Yeah, but she also said it was.
What is this, a
dangerous to walk
podcast, bro?
around IRL stream, and someone could rob us or kill us.
I gotta.
Wait,
They're laughing.
That's everyday life, but that's
I've gotten a
yeah.
pumpkin thrown on my head by a crackhead.
crackhead ran up to him on stream and almost
died.
almost
He
decapitated
quoted
him
his
when he
thoughts.
was.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, like that was trolling the whole time, but like streaming job IRL is dangerous. Like you got your location just like right there. Like don't get me wrong, everybody can get robbed and like you know what I'm saying, that's normal. But like you showing your location, like precise location. Alright, bro, let's get into it. Silky, wait. Jason in that pumpkin. I've never seen that, but now I want to look it up after this. Silky's high energy IRL and GTA streamer, known for reactive interactive streams alongside other phase members on Twitch. He has around 860,000, averages roughly 8,000 to 22,000 per stream during this event. Sometimes peak to 60K in his peak moments.
My name Thelma. It's a pleasure to meet
what
you,
do you
sir. I am very occupied.
Just read the occupation. I'll turn my camera on so you can read it. See what that says. Are we fucking dead ass?
On my last job, I worked as a librarian with.
I ain't knocking nobody's job, by the way. Not doing that. But I'm just saying, we're no way comparing this.
Elementary school children.
It just should be some better comparisons. Cause like, really?
So
I have been an executive secretary, legal.
very quiet, peaceful.
Tied.
Yes.
Very
yes,
quiet,
all
peaceful.
that, because it's who you are. That we create social media all the time because that's what we are. We're 9-to-5ers, and we interact and have energy with people. Where I don't think that you guys have that.
We have energy.
Are you serious?
You have false energy because you're across the screen. You're not interacting with people like we do.
So what are we doing right now?
Interacting?
Bro. Who brought these 9-to-5ers that are 60, 70 years old? We need people who are our age arguing against us, clearly, because they don't know shit about social media.
What are we doing right now?
You're doing it now because we're doing a video.
So wait, isn't she debating for us? That's making it harder for us.
Do you know that there's millions of people?
Now I'm not gonna have all y'all gang up on me.
There's millions of people who watch the video and
Yes.
save lives every
Yes.
day. Probably more than doctors.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
There's people that literally stay alive because they want to watch our videos.
I'm not gonna lie. He's spitting. You know how many people say influencers save lives? He's
You know what
spitting.
I'm saying? Yeah.
He's spitting.
There's people.
Now I ain't gonna say he saved more lives than doctors. It's a little far fetched. But brother, I gotta agree with
That
you.
literally stay alive because they want to watch our videos.
You know about going out and to the clubs at night, staying out till 2, 10 o'clock in the morning, trying to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning so you can get dressed.
So you was
to
having
get-
fun.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so
So what I'm saying is like you guys don't do the interaction. You don't touch people like this.
okay. Now,
What kind of shit's going on?
you go to the club, you get to put some shades on, and you go by your day to work. We can't do that because we have thousands of people.
But is
You're
that your
drunk,
choice?
You're high. You're
But is
hungover.
that
Just
your
get off
choice?
screen. We don't want to see you like this.
But is that your choice?
We don't like you like this. Why are you doing this?
But is that your choice? You chose that. You chose this life.
That's the thing. We can't.
And that's
do
what's
what you
happening
do.
now. That's what's happening now with the whole world. It's a total disconnect. When you have a 9-to-5, you dealing with people. You touching people's hearts,
We deal with
souls,
people's
mind. No, you are not.
Do you know how many bands we meet a day?
I think. Look, I appreciate.
They not know where the definition of parasocial came from? I don't think they do. I mean, there are some people out here who have been ended themselves and say, that's what I'm saying, bro.
You.
Like anybody, bro. Every person you come in contact with, even if it is virtually, can virtually save your life. If we're being honest.
I appreciate you, and
Be
I
honest.
respect what you do.
Do you
because
watch
I think,
any entertainment?
Oh my God.
Of course I watch
So do
entertainment.
you ever,
I got kids.
wait,
I got grandkids.
Do you ever laugh?
Of course I laugh.
So then they
We're
interact with
touching
you.
them.
But the interaction is
Did
not
it make
real.
you feel better?
When I'm
Did it
watching
make you- wait, did it make you feel better?
What make me feel
Have you
better?
ever
It all
watched-
depends on
have you ever been
it all
entertained?
depends-
Have
it
you
all
ever been
depends
entertained
on
and been like,
what's coming.
oh, I feel good?
Some of it is fake.
right now.
Some of it is
You
fake.
see, you're not answering.
So now let me.
Okay, well let me answer because I'm debating him.
yeah.
But go ahead.
Right after this, I got you. Right
Okay,
now. Go
all
ahead.
right.
Yeah.
Come on.
So when you're entertained, have you ever felt like your day was better if you watched something? You've never felt like that?
Yeah, sure.
So what's the difference with us?
The difference with you is that you guys do this 24/7. That's all you do.
Yeah.
You know, you just like you. Wait a minute. Somebody made a
So
comment.
they 24/7 make people happier. See, this the backtracking shit I'm talking
I can't
about,
even go
bro.
out with my girlfriend.
Stand on
Or I
your
can't even
statement.
go out in public.
That's right.
I can go out in public and be seen.
So it's
You know what?
easier.
I'm a very social. I'm a very
She's
social
arguing for us.
person. I'm very popular in where I do and where I am. I do social media.
I'm saying what we do has not affected people. It's not real. How come when I go out in public and I meet someone and they're like, "Oh my God, wait, I loved your videos growing up. You were my childhood. I used to watch you
Or their
every
hands
single
shaking,
day.
their hands shaking.
Like you were my child. You know how like we grew up watching Disney Channel.
Yep.
I've had kids
Ben
come
10.
up hundreds of times throughout years of my life. Have kids come up to me and say these things. So
Okay.
Damn, is he good? Why he walking up like that? Yo, you good, twin?
my life have
He walking like he got something in his back,
So-
bro. You good? Damn, Hunchback. I'm sorry.
I'm Robbie.
That was
I'm
uncalled.
a server at an Italian restaurant.
Come on, bro. Life's easy.
Oh, that's not fair.
That's disrespectful.
server at an Italian restaurant.
Come on, bro. Life's easy.
Oh, that's not fair.
He has the same menu, makes the same food every day, bro.
First thing I'm gonna say is nobody's gonna say being a nurse isn't hard.
First off, he says server, so he just passing the food out, bro.
Because my aunt was. That is the most difficult shit. How are you gonna disrespect your mom like that,
she
dude?
is right now.
You're gonna disrespect your mom and say that your work is harder? That is so rude, honestly.
She works 2 of them.
Okay,
She works at 2 hospitals.
Let me ask you something.
He said it's mad easy. She can work at 2 hospitals.
No disrespect. No disrespect, but what you do, I'm not your target audience. So break it down for me, because I don't even get it.
Oh my God.
Let me ask you something.
You just said I'm not your target audience because I'm black. That's what you just said. You don't want to watch me because I'm black. And this is what I'm talking about. It's harder.
He has to get judged every
I gotta get judged every day. Everybody thinks I'm a hoodlum. I'm a nice guy.
No.
He's a jolly dude.
I can't get a job because I got tats. I used to work at Costco's.
That brother spit it. That brother spit. You know how hard it is to not just stream every day and play the game, or stream and react and just have a normal conversation with people. Somebody dislike me, the first thing they say is black. Brother in Christ, I don't give a damn if I had 20 colors on me, bro. What does saying black have to do with me, bro? I'm a human, nigga. Lock in. Talk your shit, Sylvie.
He's a jolly. He has to get judged every.
I gotta get judged every day. Everybody thinks I'm a hoodlum. I'm a nice guy.
He has to get judged every.
I gotta get judged every day. Everybody thinks I'm a hoodlum. I'm a nice guy.
He's a jolly dude.
I can't get a job because I got tats. I used to work at Costco's. I had the greatest 401k granted to me. That means that when I retire, I get the biggest stipend of my life. Do you know I could just sit there and just meat pack all day just to really realize that, what, maybe 20 years I'm gonna be sitting on millions because I worked at Costco's?
Yeah, Will.
Okay.
Yeah, Will.
Nobody just smacking me.
Yeah, Will. Come on, bro.
Is what you do fun?
I mean,
do you enjoy what you do?
If I make it fun.
Do you make it fun?
I could make it fun.
Yes or no? Is what you do fun?
Not everything's fun.
What isn't fun? Break it down for me. What do you do in a day? We'll swap stories. What do you do in a day?
Okay, so it's very stressful, right?
Not fun at all. Because this dude was talking for 20 minutes about playing video games.
Whoa. It sounds like you're jealous. I'm not gonna lie.
Why she dissing this nigga, bro?
Video games.
Whoa. It sounds like you're jealous. I'm not gonna lie.
You're on his diesel.
Okay, so look, right?
So I'm jealous of a harder job.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you. Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
that was sarcasm. You didn't read it. No, I'd like to.
No. Listen to the time that I wake up. I wake up maybe 3, 4 p.m. Know what I'm saying? I'm already drowsy because I just smoked the night before. You know why I gotta smoke? Because I just deal with thousands of people. I don't even like people. I gotta deal with thousands of them. No, let him stay. You gonna stay for this, right?
Wait, but you still haven't described what you've done other than smoking pot and waking up at 4.
Waking up at 4 p.m., right? Now wake up. I gotta brush my teeth, right? Gotta make sure, cause I got a lot of comments. Now, you know, he don't brush his grills. What does his real teeth look like? I gotta make sure that my
He got Chanel earrings like a bad bitch.
And there's girls in his chat too sometimes. So.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I gotta make sure I'm freshly saving. I'm not saving for this video. I already know what's gonna happen. It's about to be negative comments. Yo, shave that little scruffy shit on your face. Cool.
Sylvie got fat.
Now I have to game Marvel Rivals for probably 1 to 2 hours before stream. You know why? Because I don't get to game it for after work. Like I could just game it after work, bro. I can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't just do that, right? After I do that, now I gotta sit here and plan with somebody what I'm gonna do for the stream today. Oh, looks like we got no content. All right, let's see if we could just scrabble something around.
No content, no money.
No content, no money. Now look, probably by 8 or 9 p.m., I'm still probably thinking I gotta do something for stream. My mind is fried.
You know what's crazy?
My mind is...
8, 9 p.m. for him? Oh, I did my work
You
today.
already did
I did my work today.
You took the same boss already.
You're going to sleep.
I don't want to hog the space here too much, but do you know the expression, give a man enough rope?
You're losing me.
Kill himself?
I don't know this. I don't know.
Basically, you're talking yourself into a hole, man. Okay, my turn. I'll be brief.
Wait, give a man a rope.
What is he?
Wait,
It means-
is that racist?
Wow.
Get this racist out of here. He has no social cues. Oh, you're back?
It's stupid, bro. It's
Rhonda.
stupid, bro.
I'm your black auntie.
Yeah,
That's what I
okay.
want to say.
Uh-huh.
You say you don't like people. It's all about relationships that you got with people. So when you say shit like that, do you really mean that?
Do I not like people?
You said,
I'm an introvert. I'd rather be in my own space. I'd rather be by myself.
And that's okay.
Facts.
But what is it that you're doing that's helping other people?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
Saving lives. I'm a superhero.
He's a hero.
All right, bro. He's yapping now.
I'm a
He's yapping
superhero,
now.
no cape.
Okay, bro. He started trolling, bro. Round 5, Jason. Jason is a fast rising Twitch streamer known for energetic gaming, IRL streams, and comedic content. Since joining FaZe in 2024, he's made around 1.4 million. Gosh. Peaked at 100K subs during Subathon and was briefly the second most subscribed team on Twitch. W. Mr. College dropout himself. Or did he graduate? I don't know. I don't remember.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
You look great. You look
That's
great.
right. I'm Thelma again.
I believe 9 to 5 is harder. I mean, fuck.
I think streaming is so much harder. Why are you doing it?
I can't have a public relationship because of the public eye and how they judge my relationships. I had a breakup with a girlfriend that I
Damn.
loved so dearly because I chose streaming.
So my question.
Nah,
again,
I loved her.
My question.
I loved her, and you're laughing.
My question again.
She
my
laughed the
question,
whole time, bro.
If you think it's so much harder, why
Now
are you
she
doing
laughed the
it?
whole
Because
time.
I'm passionate about it.
Okay, so you love it. You love streaming. So do you love it more than you loved that girlfriend?
That's what I had to decide.
Oh.
I had to make sacrifice, and
So
that's
you-
what you have to
so
do.
you lost
with
the
streaming.
human touch.
But guess what? If I had a 9 to 5,
lost the human
if I was
touch
flipping burgers,
for-
I could have had a girlfriend still.
But you lost the human touch for the streaming.
Why the
Being a
flipping
streamer, you have to
burger
be
one, bro?
judged on thousands of people's opinions every single day. 9 to 5 person, maybe one,
But,
2, 3.
okay, and then back to my point.
Touche.
Back to my point. Is that your choice? Was that your choice?
It was indeed.
That's not the point, though.
It
No,
was
that's
indeed.
my point. That's
Sabrina,
my point.
Streaming is harder
Was
than 9 to 5.
that
That's the point.
you
Come
gave
here.
up your girlfriend for streaming? Come on now.
Shit, he ran up a bag. He ran up a
I ain't
bag.
gonna lie,
You did it for a bag.
But the thing is, it comes to a point. Do I pick love and a future with someone I care dearly for? Or do I pick
Something that I
Future
love.
something that I'm passionate about and motion? I pick motion.
It's motion.
I'm Lala Costa.
Lala Costa? Yes. Amazing name.
Thank you. I'm an attorney.
She makes a percent off people's fuck ups.
You had an opportunity to get a 9 to 5 that you could create yourself. Like whatever
Come
you
here, shorty.
want,
Yes,
9
I
to
would.
5.
You want to tap my leg?
You would take it?
Yes.
Because why?
Because
What's up? You know how
I
to
don't
cuddle
enjoy
like the other
streaming
cat.
anymore.
You don't? What? Come to this side.
No, but I have to because this is what I built my career off of. I started.
You feel stuck.
I feel stuck. Yeah.
Have you ever watched a show and you stopped watching it? Have you ever watched a show and you were like,
All the time.
it's the same thing?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I have to.
Hey!
That show can't.
Why are we biting
All
me?
those actors.
It's
have to-
canceled
they gotta
because I
go to-
stopped watching?
Well, no, I'm saying if
Baby, stop.
thousands of you
Honey,
stopped watching.
I think you guys
Okay,
are
okay.
mixing all
Yeah,
the issues.
Cartoon Network. It's like
and
we
not
got
So, like
millions
this-
of people. You guys know what Cartoon Network is?
If your
It's
father
gone.
would stop, would you come up with a different brand then?
All those people are gone. Yeah, but pivot. That's the point.
Damn, Jason didn't even get a time to argue, bro. All right. Swag. In September 2022, Swag signed an exclusive streaming contract with YouTube Gaming and became the first FaZe member to do so. During his tenure on YouTube, Swag achieved significant milestones, including a record-setting 80 kills in a single Warzone match alongside fellow Nuke Squad members. Tied. He broke into the top 250 of Warzone 3 ranked. Okay, Sabrina. He's clinched a pivotal victory. And I don't even know what that means, but I'm pretty sure that's Call of Duty related. Securing his 1 million purse with his loadout strategy. Sabrina, are we gonna like move? Like, where are you going? Where are you going? Alright, bro. Anyways, let's get back to the video because goddamn cats, bro. And then she's just gonna look at me in anger.
Nice to meet you.
I'm a professional model. But
Both my cats are one, by the way, if anybody wants to know. They're the same age. Also, are we dead ass, bro? We're breaking these weak jobs to argue 9 to 5 is harder than streaming.
Okay.
I've worked since I was at the age of 14.
Okay.
I was a
Tight.
gamer too.
Tight.
I just think personally, like I agree with Jason that I think streaming does take a certain more
Stop.
than a 9 to 5, and I also think everybody in here, right? If you guys all try to be a streamer, right?
and then we all try to do what you guys do.
You get L's in your chat.
The probability of everybody here trying to be an attorney is way higher than somebody making streaming.
In 2025, roughly 0.4, 0.42 Americans are likely to be attracted to 1 in every 240 person.
Absolutely.
All right,
Everybody here
backtrack.
trying
What
to
you
be, all try to do what you guys do.
You get L's in your chat.
The probability of everybody here trying to be an attorney is way higher than somebody making streaming a career.
Absolutely. Your job is you got.
I like that comparison.
Because
That's tough.
you're a gamer.
It was lucky.
You got lucky. There are so many people
I was
like you
just- I was
out
talented.
there.
I wasn't- it wasn't
These
pure
days,
luck. I was-
everybody's an influencer. Come on.
No. But
So many.
no. But specifically, what I do, I'm not posting selfies around the world. You know, it's basically all pure talent.
Okay.
Can I just
See, like, throwing
why is
shade
he
at it.
lucky? Why do we all get lucky though?
What is your talent?
It's definitely a little
Call
bit
of
luck.
Duty. I was a professional Call of Duty player, like actual like. The
So you were
game.
sitting at home and you're thinking, what am I going to do with my life while you were gaming?
right,
You're like,
turn
oh,
this
let's put a
camera
camera.
I was 16, so it wasn't really like
yeah,
that.
you weren't really thinking of what should I do with my life, like what should I study, what should I like, where does my life go? You just got lucky.
It's not luck. It's
because-
just he's determined. He knows that's the only route.
He didn't get lucky. He put in hours.
Yeah, no.
That's what we do too. We go to
it
school,
wasn't
we
luck.
study.
Everybody's a little bit of luck. I think
Yeah,
people who
definitely
don't
is.
have a job, they feel they want to get lucky by getting a job. So I think people even having a job is some sort of luck.
He said, how many people of us could do this? No, it's luck. It's 1 of a million because for whatever
How is
reason.
that luck? If 1 out of a million, that one has to
It's
be
definitely
the
not.
best.
Oh.
So how are you going to dismiss
Is
all
he
his
the
hard
best?
work and all of his
Is he the
talent?
best?
I got four. I got
No,
fourth
no,
last
but
year. No. Let me give my statistics. There was over 300,000 people that played Warzone last year. This is the game that I play.
Okay.
I got 4th. So I was a top 12 player across the entire world.
And you're telling him
like-
you're
So that's not luck. That's
like
pure.
less than
That's
1%.
pure
That's
skill.
skill.
So you're dismissing.
Facts.
Is Michael Jordan lucky? Is LeBron James lucky?
Yes.
Are they lucky?
I mean,
No,
What
they
the
have
fuck?
a talent. They have
They
a
were-
talent.
they had a
But
team.
as-
So what do
you
you
know how
do?
many
Okay, so
talented
he has a
people out
talent.
there and don't get the chance, they don't get the shot at it?
I don't want to take up his time. So he's not talented?
No, that's not what I'm saying. Not at
what
all.
you
Oh, okay. I was about to say. If
I
you
said
said
a
no
lot
to
of
that.
people are talented don't get the shot to do what he does.
Or people who
So
make it
it's
to the
luck.
NBA?
But I didn't even get a shot. It was I did it off the strength of me. There was no one who gave me a shot or anything like that. I simply was just. You dead ass?
Yo, you being serious?
Why you laughing?
Why they laughing, bro?
It's not luck. I've been doing this for 13 years. I uploaded 3,000 videos. 2,000 of those I edited myself while I went to college, worked a job, and still went to school.
And yeah.
So that's not. I mean, if
Yeah,
that's
hold on, let me respond to this message. All right, that's the video.
If that's luck,
Where's the luck at in that equation?
Again,
is there a percentage? We are all lucky in some way, right? If we all have a job, we're lucky in
Facts,
some sort
facts.
of way. But
God bless.
off of specific pure talent. And I worked on that since I was 16.
again, I work with many talented people. I'm not saying about you. I'm
Yeah.
just talking in general. And there's so many people that are very talented, never get a shot because they don't do the right thing. They don't go the right path. They don't meet the right people. So there are so many, even talented actors here, they never
Say
get a
that
shot. So I'm
about
just saying,
anything.
it's pure luck.
It wasn't luck. I just saw an opportunity and just genuinely took it. It wasn't a handout. It was simply just, you know what, I'm talented at Call of Duty. This is what I want to do. It took me 8 years to make it a career. Is there something funny?
It's a freaking video game.
It's a talent.
Permission to dick ride? Hey, he's made tens of millions of dollars playing video games, so.
That's that privilege. That's that privilege.
But I'm saying though, you couldn't hop on a game and
couldn't
do
do
what
it.
I do.
You couldn't do
That's
it.
a skill.
Your son couldn't do it.
some
Your
people-
grandkids couldn't do it.
Some people
Your
can't.
son's grandkids could never do it. They could never do it.
Anything that takes a talent.
The genes are done. They can't do it. They can't.
How many hours
can't.
a day did you spend?
When I was younger?
Yeah, when you were younger.
Oh, I would wake up 3 hours before school. So I wake up at 4 a.m. and I would play before school. Bus would come at 7. I go to home, come back, and do it again. I was 16. What's funny?
See, there's a disconnect here because to you guys, when you guys were growing up, yes, it was just video games, it was whatever. But when we were coming up, we're like, wait, maybe we
Video
can make
games
this
can
career.
make money.
Maybe
Yeah.
if we get good enough at it and we create.
Do you not
good
think
enough
Do you not
content,
think if you're talented at something,
maybe.
it's a God-given gift?
Video games is not like.
You don't think you don't think it's talent.
You're just too old to understand.
Ooh, that's yeah. I can't.
I'm glad somebody said it, bro.
Because
Y'all could never play
keep it a-
FNCS either. It's
I
the
gotta
same
keep
shit.
it a buck. There's a disconnect.
Same
You come
shit.
from a generation where this didn't exist. This career, you looked at this career and you laughed. Now, how come in colleges they're teaching courses on content creation and esports?
Oh.
When you grew up, this didn't exist. So no wonder you're gonna laugh when you hear this shit because you're from a completely different generation. You just don't get it, and I don't know if you ever will be able to wrap your head around it.
Oh.
And it's fun, but it's like, again, it's
Oh, you gotta fight back.
That's
You gotta
okay.
fight back. I'm not gonna lie.
Nice meeting you.
I'm Ronnie.
Ronnie, nice to meet
This
you.
past-
My name's Ronnie.
You were talking about job security. Are you familiar with layoffs, with being furloughed? Like taking
We
it back
fall
to
off.
that's being what? What does that even mean?
You lose everything. Every dollar. Everything. You lose everything.
Okay, and then you can rebuild yourself back. You
The same way
reinvent.
you can do if you get laid off. You get a
Yeah,
new
that's
job.
it's
Oh, and-
it's kind
okay.
of is it not the same concept? Like
I don't know. Back in 2020, when everybody was getting furloughed,
In 2020, widespread furloughs happened because the COVID-19 pandemic forced businesses to close, scale back due to lockdowns and safety restrictions. With revenue dropping sharply, many companies couldn't afford to keep paying all their employees. A lot of people didn't go to work. A lot of people didn't want to work. A lot of people didn't want to work from the office. A lot of people wanted to work from home, and they chose the remote living. And now we got AIs taking your jobs in the office. Wow.
everybody was like, "Oh, let me go to social media." That's kind of an easy alternative. So that seems kind of easy.
I know, but if you
during
lose
that
a job,
time, that's when the shift
just get
changed.
another
You,
one?
No, you
that's
can
when it
search for-
happened.
You have an opportunity to search for another one. No?
Okay, I've been searching for another one for 10 months. I interview every day, give the same spiel, have
Respectfully, you're not qualified.
to give that smile of walking through my
I uploaded
resume.
videos for 7 years and barely got any views.
And did
It's
you
just-
wait?
it's-
You
it's-
uploaded 7 videos and,
and
didn't get any views
went to school, and still
and paid rent.
Yes, I still worked. I worked
Oh, so that you had another job.
as a parking attendant. Yes.
Okay, and was that harder
Then what?
than streaming?
No, I was on my phone all the time.
Oh, as a parking attendant, that doesn't sound like you were doing a very good job.
I was chilling.
You were chilling. You weren't good at.
Let's be real. He ain't lying. 90% of your job, you can sit on your phone. I know. I ain't gonna say no names, but I know some nurses in the hospital be. I'm just.
He's waiting for.
When cars park, they're done.
Like, it took you 10 months to get a job. You need to change where you're trying to work. No, literally, bro.
It doesn't. I don't have to.
Well, that's
Or go to school to get qualified for the job that you want.
I'm
Be
not
real.
security. I just go. I go like this. I go like this. Yo, right there. I bet. Do you think an aspect of a video game, playing video games, is a talent?
I would say it's a skill. I wouldn't call it a talent. You can master it with,
Skill, talent. What's the fucking difference? A talent is a God-given one. A skill is something you worked for. These people, bro. These
Oh sorry.
But people
my
play. Millions play video games, but there are very few people who are genuinely gifted at it.
Gifted? What are they, Mozart?
How is it not a talent? Why is it not a talent what he does?
You know what? I'm open to it being a talent. I think it's a skill. I think it's something you can master. I don't think you're a Mozart that you have this gift of like, whoa, and I put my thumb here and this thumb there and do this combo. I do this.
You'd be
flip.
surprised.
Talent is innate natural ability, and a skill is acquired, learning, and practiced. 90% of pros.
I mean, there's
anything
people out there who are
pro-related.
genuinely
That they have their opposable
the
thumbs
most
like
gifted-
so good.
That's like saying, here's a paintbrush, go paint me Picasso.
That's
Like, what?
I'm saying this is so hard. If there's certain games that have $1 million prize pools, if there's a skill you could just learn and you're looking for a job for 10 months, go pick up a controller and go hop in this $1 million tournament and win it.
You
And
couldn't.
win it.
You couldn't. You couldn't.
Perhaps.
You couldn't. You couldn't. You couldn't. You couldn't.
Qualify.
You couldn't.
What do you mean I wouldn't
You can't even find
qualify?
your OBS stream key. Stop playing.
I need to work for it,
I know,
but
So like,
What-
but you're dismissing what he does. You're just dismissing
I'm
like,
not
oh,
dismissing. I'm saying
it's
that's
not a
easy.
skill. It's not a talent.
I
Like,
said it's a skill.
it's
I didn't
easy.
say it's a talent. I said it's a skill. It's a skill that
But
you
how
can
do you
own.
how
and
do
you
you
can
know how do you
master.
know if it's easy if you haven't done it? Like if you
I
don't.
played Mario Kart. I've played other games.
Not a professional level, though.
If you
No,
got,
not a professional level because that's not what I'm trying to pursue.
I know, but you don't understand what it takes to be on that sort of level. So how can you try to dismiss it and say it's yours is harder?
What
How
does-
do you know?
what
how
does
do
it
you
take
know?
to be on that
because
level?
I've worked a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
So
What does it take to be on that level?
just gift, and you got to play all the time.
Tens of thousands of hours of work and editing and filming and constantly
I'm just talking
having
about
to
pure
innovate
skill.
and
As far as like the
reinvent
videos and stuff like that, just off pure skill.
I had to put tens of thousands of hours
Could you get a
into my
refresh second
studies.
zone, Tarping? Could you?
I have no idea what you said.
Could you get a refresh going into second zone with no mats? Can you get a refresh on the best players? You couldn't.
can also I can circle back and give
Do
you
you know how to
different
short
terms
launch pad?
from
When
my
you're trying to get to third zone, third moving, do you know how to short?
No,
launch
I
pad?
don't. But if I
You
want,
couldn't,
He's
but
trolling
Excel
them,
sheet. You can do Excel sheet.
no, but exactly. I
They're
can
just talking. They're just talking game.
These
As
refreshes
a
don't come to
babysitter,
you.
I can talk to you about the different things I do and ask you, could you do that? No, but if you
Babysitter. Yep. She can't find a job. It's taking her 10 months to find a babysitting job. I wonder why. Who wants their kids to like, bro? Don't nobody trust American people no more, bro. We ain't letting our kids get babysat no more. 90. Well, I don't want to say 90% of people, but I know a lot of people who gonna have a kid and they ending up what's it calling, bro? Goddamn, what are we talking about, bro? What are we talking about, bro?
wanted to, you would.
If us four
Put on brace.
took 3 days, you don't think we can master an Excel sheet?
Oh,
But let me give you, if I give you 3 days about a video game, do you think you could be that talented as me?
if I wanted to, I would.
So let's pay for her, whatever it is. Give you 3
please.
days, but if you lose, you got to give us it back in double.
No, that's not how the job works. You pay me, I'll get the job done.
Wait, each 9 to 5 worker would now give their final thoughts on their streaming is actually more difficult. I'm saying one person is saying yes and the rest is saying no.
I would say, in a sense, yes, because you have to put in the work and you got to be on 24/7.
It's difficult to answer that question for us, I think, because we didn't come up in this time frame in this era.
So
And technology is totally different now, because we were just talking about playing tic-tac-toe on the sidewalk with cop. I appreciate and respect what they do, and I think that's the consensus for most of us, that we appreciate and respect where they are. Yeah. But it's not, what we did was, we just feel like what we did was harder. And that's what I think.
To be fair, I feel like the best way to put streaming to 9 to 5 is just to entertainment business. And once you can't find a job to babysit, you can't find nobody with a kid. Like,
My mind was changed in the sense that now I'm even more convinced that normal jobs are harder.
all right, bro. That was crazy. That was a crazy ending. But if you made it this far in my video, like, comment, subscribe, and sorry if I was yapping a little bit, but that I feel like I want to put my input on something like this. I want to do something like this. I want to debate. If you know, I'm a college graduate, blah blah blah, studying to be a DEM student. Anyways, I love debates. I love arguing. If I didn't do dentistry, I would have chose law school. So stuff like this, I love it, bro. I love speaking, arguing. This is where I would be sounding intellectual, because 90% of the time, I'll admit I don't. But like, comment, subscribe. Everything I watch and react to is live on my Twitch. Come show me some love. Follow it. You know, leave a comment. Tell me what you want me to react to next. And that was a really good video. I think I'm going to start reacting to more long videos. But, yep, that's it.